Metal Sonic is one of my favorite game characters. He's more like a Terminator version of Sonic, and he looks really nice. Metal Sonic had the purpose to destroy Sonic because he is a program that's supposed to learn. He's not just like all the other computer programs. And I wish he had just grown as a character and developed a whole nother purpose. So first it's like destroy Sonic, but then later he no longer wants to do that. But of course, all of his potential is stripped away when he's destroyed, which I very much hate. I would have rather had him escape and decide to grow his character, because this is what we're going to talk about today. I just want to talk about it. And if on the way, let's get into the video.
Day in and day out. The same news on permanent repeat.
This is all so ridiculous.
This world is
rotting.
Since I talk about anime and games, I also have to mention that other people have talked about this before and actually support them, and they agree with my opinions. But today I'm going to talk about my opinions on what Metal should develop into, like an anti-hero, an anti-villain, but I don't want him to always be a lackey or a henchman for Eggman or any other bad guy. When we first get introduced to Metal Sonic, we actually see a side of Sonic that we've never seen before, about how he's that first time he's experienced loss. And of course, when they finally speed race together, it was a really good fight scene with the two of them. But the worst part was that his demise was the worst part. Him getting destroyed was absolutely horrible. I would have rather had him just flee, because this is now a waste of potential, because this can't be his destiny. This has always happened to him. Now, it's refreshing that he gets to appear in spin-off games like racing games and the Knuckles game, where he gets his ultimate red form, but don't just have him blow up again, because I don't want that to happen. I want him to grow his own character. That's what I keep telling him. Say, oh, he retreats and he starts thinking about his decisions and thinking what he wants to do in life. And of course, he actually at one point decides to save Sonic. After that, Metal Sonic is put on hold until 2003, Sonic Heroes. When Sonic Heroes came along, I was actually surprised to see Metal Sonic grow as a character. Well, I want him to be more of a character, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I want him to change his motives, change his purpose to destroying Sonic to, helping him or whatever. But, of course, this is where he takes on the main antagonist. Well, I really did not want, honestly, I just don't want to see Metal as the main antagonist. But it was alright. You could have just had him as a side character that, just does something or gets redemption. Just something that makes him have a character rather than just working for Eggman, and have him have his own ideals and goals rather than just destroy Sonic. And of course, we want to know what happened to Metal after Sonic Heroes, like him growing his own character forward. Metal was put on break mode. He wasn't in Sonic 06, he wasn't in Sonic Unleashed, he wasn't in Sonic Lost World, he wasn't in one of Sonic Boom's games, and most certainly was not in the Sonic Black Knight's game. In Sonic Rivals, his character gets worse, because Metal Sonic is still used as walkie-talkie for Eggman, but of course the good thing is that he still has a mind of his own, and he still cooperates with Shadow, even though he's following orders from Dr. Eggman. He wasn't Shadow the Hedgehog, but I do like him doing some good for Shadow and most of the good guys as well. And of course, I like how Shadow has concern for Metal, and of course he sees him more as a friend, and they would have gotten along perfectly, because they have something in common as well. And now let me get on to my next point. But in recent years, Metal Sonic's character has gotten worse, like in Generations and Sonic 4. They weren't really good, because he's just used as a minor villain rather than an anti-hero. And in Sonic Boom, where he's just a slave, I like him turning on Eggman, but serving another villain isn't good. I would have liked him to redeem himself, even in Sonic Boom the series. I wish Sonic Boom got a movie. And of course, in Sonic Mania, he does get a new form that's similar to the one he took in Knuckles. But Sonic Forces is the worst part, because he's just cloned by Infinite rather than using the real Metal Sonic. Because the way they're using him, they're not doing him justice at all. Which brings me to my next point. In the original Sonic OVA movie, before the 2019 or 2020 version regarding which Sonic you choose. In the movie, Metal Sonic is hyped up in the first half, and when he appears in the second half, he starts to grow his character. He starts to realize that what he's doing is wrong, and of course, he's got most of Sonic's personality. Even Tails was mentioning this to Knuckles, and eventually, he writes all of Sonic's codings within Metal 1.5 times, and of course, when Sonic delivers the final blow on Metal, when the ship explodes, he decides to save the President and Old Owl. Metal stopped being an enemy and wouldn't fight Sonic anymore and would start to be fully rebellious on Eggman, but before so, a chunk of technology falls onto his head and he crushes down on a volcano. Sonic tries to save him, but Knuckles, who is convinced that he'll drag him under with him, decides to stop Sonic and just watch Metal die, which is kind of sad. But the thing is that Knuckles doesn't really understand, honestly. And after all of this, Tails is like saying, "You should be happy." Happy, Tails? No, he shouldn't. He just lost Metal Sonic. I wish there was more emphasis and more fleshing out on Metal Sonic in order for his redemption. And of course, I would have liked to hear more inner thoughts from Metal Sonic. Especially, I would have liked Sonic to talk about Metal, and of course how we can remake a new Metal, or just recover all his programming and consciousness. I wish they added that stuff. And of course, to top all of that, the movie is better than the game version of Metal by so much, because he grows as a character. And I think you could either have him be dead forever, or you can just have him come back, but not as a boss fight, but as an actual character. Like, develop his character more like Shadow, make him more of an anti-hero like Light Yagami. This is a problem I have with Metal Sonic. They never do any of the stuff that I want them to do. This is why I want Metal to get some character development. This is why Metal is a waste of potential, because all this could have happened. This is where Sonic isn't portrayed as a complete asshole when it comes to Metal Sonic. I mean, they could have been friends. In fact, in the comics, Metal and Sonic were actually working together recently when they were going up against other enemies as well. In fact, there's a Metal Sonic with a black and yellow armor. So I think they should make alternative customs for Metal Sonic. And when they do a live-action version of Metal Sonic, I hope they don't make the mistakes they make in the games. I really hope he gains character development like everyone else, like how anime characters' character development goes through. I think they should do that. Like, make him turn good at the end. But as always, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment.